Hello, welcome back to another stream. Hi, I am Millennum Isekai'd Mask Knight Empress Scientist. Is it connected? Am I connected? Is the audio there? I have to check every time just to make sure because there was a time where I started yapping and the mic was not on or the desktop audio. Hello Apu and hello Cheesebugger. Thank you for stopping by here, especially on the act for a Romeo and Juliet. Audio is good. Okay, okay. Nice. So verification, audio check, and for those who watch I was gonna say watch manga and read anime. No, flip that. Watch anime and read manga. It is White Day today, right? It it's today or tomorrow, one of those, time zones. If your sleep schedule is screwed up enough, you have access to all of them. So yeah, it is White Day, I think in the Asia area now, and then and in a few hours it is White Day in in Europe and North America. It's in that part of the world. But yeah, it's the lore of that, from how I understand it, based on the manga and anime that I watched. It's like Feb 14, but switch it. So in shoujo, in shoujo anime and shoujo manga, yeah, today is White Day. In shoujo anime or shoujo manga, on Feb 14 is when the dudettes, the gals, would give the choco to the dudes, and then that's where you get the giri or the honmei choco, right? The giri chocolate is like the friendship choco, and then the honmei one is the doki doki choco. So that is very lore-ish. And speaking of which, related to that, we are currently at 17% of the Switch 2, and if we reach 20%, I will be playing an otome game. So we're very very close. If you would like to push for the otome game, where I fully commit to the immersion and I will not skip any of the lines even if they are cringe. Yeah, that is the target. So if ever it gets hit on the stream today, then I will slot it in tomorrow so that it is an autumn game stream. Oh, timing for Nightbot-chan. Yep. So that is the thing. We are and the goal for that is the Switch 2, because the Pokopia is Switch 2 exclusive, unfortunately. And it's like Pokemon but Animal Crossing. And I have been scrolling on Twitter. The people have been posting their builds, and I'm like, so it's like Minecraft but make it Pokemon, but not even Cobblemon. It's like Animal Crossing Pokemon. Wow. And so that's the thing. When I played Animal Crossing, I was like, this would be so nice if it was Pokemon. Because at some point I kinda teeny weeny got bored a tad bit there. But Pokopia, it's Pokemon? But like and like Animal Crossing combined, oh my goodness. So yeah, and Wind and Waves. But we shall work on that slowly but surely. Anyway, jumping jacks time. How many jumping jacks is my backlog so far? It says 240 jumping jacks. So I will be doing 40 first, okay? Before I do the Le Romeo and the Juliet. Okay, let's count. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21, 22, 23, 24, wow, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Alright, I forgot to stretch before doing that. Good luck to the muscles. The warm-up, I think warm-ups are important, but sometimes we forget to do them. Alright, Romeo and Juliet time. I'm gonna switch to the other screen. Shananang, shanang. Whoopsie daisies. Let me just copy paste the link out in for the horizontal. There we go. The horizontal thingy, is it working? Let me just type a thing so that it gets reset. There you go. Plus mic check 1 2 and music check. Is the music too loud or it's all right? Let me just zoom in on the PDF town. We do alt this way, and this way. All right, I think we're there. By the way, is the music too loud? Let me know if it is. I can adjust it. I can actually try and listen to it. Give me a moment. A big moment. Because we're gonna review first because I have to review first what was happening here. Is it? There we go. Oh, there. Echo check. And the hype music. Let me know if the hype music is too loud. Okay, Romeo and Juliet. So far, what happened? So far, Romeo and Juliet, they review from Act 1, okay? Romeo was pining for a girl. He was like, oh, like, the lady that I like, she doesn't like me, and stuff like that. And then his cousins were like, hey, Romeo, let's go to this party. And then that party was being held in another town, and that town had Juliet's parents, and Juliet's parents are enemies of Romeo's parents, okay? It's the Montagues versus the Capulet. The way to remember whose parents are which, Capulet, Juliet. That Capulet is her last name. And the Romeo is a Montague. Okay, so that's the two towns fighting. And so the cousins of Romeo was like, hey, Romeo, come on, don't be sad about that lady. We can go to the party there. And then Romeo's like, okay, fine, I'll go with you. And then when he saw Juliet, he was like, oh, I like you. Romeo's secretly OP. He was like, ooh, I like this lady, you're so pretty. And so let's say the party started at 10 p.m. or something, and then at like wait, this is pretty quick. Like 10, like let's say the party started at 10, and then 11 they're like, I like you, and then 12 midnight they kiss. And then so at some point, before they left, they found out that they're the sons and daughters of the enemy camp. And so that's when the line Juliet said, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not something Capulet. So she was saying, Romeo, Romeo, why are you Romeo? Remove your last name. If you don't, I will remove my last name. Something like that. Because, they're crazy for each other, even though they only met for 2 hours. And then, so I said the party started at 10, right? And then 11 they kiss, and then 12 midnight they find out that they're enemies of the other camps. And then at like 5 a.m. or something, like that was the Romeo line. And then at some point they're like, let's get married. And then they went to the priest or something, Friar Lawrence, and then the priest was like, fine, go ahead. And then they're married. And at some point, Juliet's father, take note by the way, Juliet is like 14, and then Romeo is like 16, okay? So, and then Juliet's father was trying to set up Juliet to marry Paris, right? Yeah, Paris, which is like at least 25 or above like, let's say a governor of their town or something, or a prince or whatever. And then the dad is like, marry Juliet. Yeah, 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 that's fine. And then Juliet's dad told Juliet's mom, convince our daughter to marry Paris. And then the mom was like, I bet. And then she went up to Juliet's room. And then Juliet was like, Romeo, hide, hide. And then so Romeo like ran off to a balcony or something, and then went to the priest to tell the priest, please marry me and Juliet, like that. So when the Juliet's mom went up to her room and telling her, hey, your dad kind of wants you to marry Paris and stuff, and Juliet's like, I don't wanna. And then the Juliet's dad heard her, and he's like, how dare you, I gave you everything and all that, why are you denying such a fine piece of prince or something? And Juliet's like, no, I don't like him. And so that's the standoff. Also, another thing, in another area, Romeo and his cousins Benvolio and Mercutio were fighting, and then no, the cousins and Romeo were not fighting, but those three were fighting against something, and that includes, oh my goodness, I remember, that includes Juliet's family member, let's say a cousin or something, Tybalt, I think Tybalt. And so they fought. At some point, one of Romeo's cousin died, I forgot which one. And so Romeo was fighting back, and then he accidentally killed Juliet's cousin. And then now Juliet's nurse is telling Juliet, hey, your husband kind of killed your cousin. And Juliet's like, oh no, tis sad news you're telling me. At first she was kind of on, like, she was kind of sane and thinking about the family member that was killed. And then at some point she went insane again and was like, why are you telling me such news? Just tell me where Romeo is. And then the nurse was like, he's actually exiled from the town because of what he did. And then Juliet was saying, well, no, it must have been self-defense or something like that. So, and now we're here. So the last part of Act 3, because we're going to do Act 4, the last part of Act 3 was Juliet saying some stuff about the nurse, aka that old lady, almost wicked fiend. Is it worse a sin for her to want me to break my vows for her to say bad things about my husband? So she's essentially like, why are you saying bad things about my dear husband? Yeah. So, summary for now, both Romeo and Juliet are crazy for each other. I think that's the best summary. And now we're going to do Act 4. So Friar Lawrence and Paris enter. Friar Lawrence is the priest, and then Paris is, how do we call him? Juliet's not fiancé. Yeah. So Friar Lawrence is like, on Thursday, sir? That's very soon. Oh, wait. So see, look at this one. Before we start Act 4, look at the last line of Act 3. Juliet is trying to say, I won't listen to the nurse anymore. From now on, I will never tell you what I feel in my heart. I'm going to the friar to find out his solution. If everything else fails, at least I have the power to take my own life. Juliet, calm down. So anyway, the friar is talking to the priest. I mean, the friar is the priest. The friar is talking to Paris. Or Paris is talking to the friar. Friar is a weird word. It's like frying pan. Anyway, so the friar is like, on Thursday, sir? That's very soon. Paris, that's how my future father-in-law Capulet wants it, and I'm not dragging my feet. Okay, delusional. And then Friar Lawrence, you say you don't know what the girl thinks. That's a rocky road to be riding. I don't like it. She's grieving too much over the death of Tybalt, so I haven't had the chance to talk to her about love. Tybalt is Juliet's cousin that Romeo accidentally killed. It was an accident, by the way. It wasn't on purpose. Whoa, chill, Paris. It's a 14-year-old. Yeah, he's. Look at this line. He's saying romantic love doesn't happen when people are in mourning. Now, sir, her father thinks it's dangerous that she allows herself to become so sad. He's being smart by rushing our marriage to stop her from crying. What? I don't think that's a solution. She cries too much by herself. If she had time, if she had someone to be with her, she would stop crying. Now you would know the reason for the rush. Eh. Okay. And then, Friar Lawrence to himself, I wish I didn't know the reason why the marriage should be slowed down. Look, sir, here comes the lady walking towards myself. Paris, I'm happy to meet you, my lady and my wife. No, calm down, Paris, calm down. Juliet, that might be the case, sir, after I'm married. Take note, take note. At this point, Juliet was already secretly married to Romeo, okay? And then the father does not know that. He is still forcing Juliet to marry Paris. Alright. Paris, that must be love on Thursday. Juliet, what must be will be. Friar Lawrence, that is a certain truth. Have you come to make confession to this father? And Juliet, if I answer that question, I'd be making confession to you. Don't deny to him that you love me. He is delusional. Okay? I'll confess to you that I love him. Oh! You will also confess. I'm sure that you love me. No. If I do so, it will mean more if I say it behind your back than if I say it to your face. You poor soul, your face has suffered many tears. Juliet, the tears haven't done much because my face looked bad enough before I started to cry. Aww. Paris, you're treating your face even worse by saying that. Juliet, what I say isn't slander, sir. It's the truth, and what I said to my face. Paris, your face is mine, and you have slandered it. Chill. She is not yours. Okay, Juliet, that may be the case because my father or my face doesn't belong to me. You have time for me now, father, or should I come to you at evening mass? And then Friar Lawrence, I have time for you now, my sad daughter. To Paris, my lord, we must ask you to leave us alone. Oh, wait, what is this? Paris is like, God forbid that I should prevent sacred devotion. Juliet, I will wake you early on Thursday. Kisses her. Until then, goodbye, and keep this holy kiss. Oh my gosh. GTO. Juliet. Oh, shut the door, and after you shut it, come over here and weep with me. This mess is beyond hope, beyond cure, beyond help. Oh, Juliet. I already know about your sad situation. It's a problem too hard for me to solve. How is that? I know. Maybe Paris is like, well, it's I kiss you on the church. And no, it's not at all. Imagine, I really think Paris is at least 25 if he's like, let's say on the government something of their town, and Juliet's 14. Well, you know, it's kind of not matching. And Juliet, don't tell me that you've heard about this marriage, Friar, unless you can tell me how to prevent it. If you, our wise, can't help, please be kind enough to call my solution wise. She shows him a knife, and I'll solve the problem now with this knife. God joined my heart to Romeo, you join our hands, and before I, who was married to Romeo by you, am married to another man, I'll kill myself. Wait, calm down. In this town, does that mean they can double dip? Because even if she is married to Romeo, in theory, that the priest can still let her marry Paris. That's whack. Okay, in that town. And then it says, you are wise and you have so much experience. Give me some advice about the current situation, or watch. Caught between two difficulties, I'll act like a judge with my bloody knife. I will truly and honorably resolve the situation that you can't fix. Despite your experience and education, don't wait long to speak. I want to die if what you say isn't another solution. Okay. Friar Lawrence, hold on, daughter. I see some hope, but we must act boldly because the situation is so desperate. If you've made your mind to kill yourself instead of marrying Count Paris, then you'll probably be willing to try something like death to solve this shameful problem. Okay. You can wrestle with death to escape from shame, and if you dare do it, I'll give you the solution. Juliet, oh, you can tell me to jump off the battle posts of any tower, or to walk down the crime-ridden streets of a slum, or tell me to sit in a field full of poisonous snakes. Why is Juliet putting the burden on Friar Lawrence? That is true. Maybe Friar Lawrence is one of the oldies in their town, and he's like a trustworthy advisor or something. Well, technically, what if he's the only sane one, you know, in their village? I don't think anyone here is sane, but the most sane one in IMO might be the friar, because he was the one who was telling Romeo, oh, calm down, your life's not gonna end over the gal, and stuff like that. Yeah. And whoa, what line is this? Juliet, chain me up with wild bears, hide me every night in a morgue full of dead bodies with wet, smelly flesh and skulls without jawbones. That's very specific. Or tell me to climb down into a freshly dug grave and hide me with a dead man in his tomb. All those ideas make me tremble when I hear them named, but I will do them without fear or dread in order to be a pure wife to my sweet love, Romeo. Okay. Friar Lawrence, hold on, then go home, be cheerful, and tell them you agree to marry Paris. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow night, make sure that you are alone. Don't let nurse stay with you in your bedroom. Showing her a vial. When you're in bed, take this vial, mix its contents with liquor, and drink. Then a cold, sleep-inducing drug will run through your veins and your pulse will stop. So the priest gave her the idea. Your flesh will be cold and you'll stop breathing. The red in your lips and your cheeks will turn pale and your eyes will shut. It will seem like you're dead. You won't be able to move and your body will be stiff like a corpse. You'll remain in this death-like state for 42 hours and then you'll wake up as if from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom comes to get you out of bed on Thursday morning, you'll seem dead. Then, as tradition demands, you'll be dressed up in your best clothes, put in an open coffin, and carried to the Capulet family tomb. Meanwhile, I'll send Romeo word of our plan. He'll come here and we'll keep a watch for you when you wake up. That night, Romeo will be taken away to Mantua. This plan will free you from the shameful situation that troubles you as long as you don't change your mind or become scared like a silly woman and ruin your brave effort. Interesting. Okay. Give me the vial. Give it to me. Don't talk to me about fear. And then he gives the vial. Now go along on your way. Be strong and successful in this decision. I'll send a friar quickly to Mantua with my letter for Romeo. I wonder if that letter reaches him. Juliet, love will give me strength, and strength will help me accomplish this plan. Goodbye, dear father. And they separate. Capulet enters with Lady Capulet. This is Juliet's dad and Juliet's mom. They're the nurse and 3 servingmen. Servingmen giving the first servingman a piece of paper. Invite all guests on this list. And then, boy, go hire 20 skilled cooks. They must be cooking a lot. You won't get any bad cooks from me. I'll test them by making them lick their fingers. No one is normal here. No one. How can you test them like that? Easy, sir. It's a bad cook who can't lick his own fingers. So the cooks who can't lick their fingers aren't hired. Does Gordon Ramsay accept this method of checking? Okay, now Capulet, the dad-chan, go get out of here. We're unprepared for this wedding celebration. What has my daughter gone to see? What? What? Has my daughter gone to see Friar Lawrence? Yes, that's true. Well, there's a chance you may do her some good. She's a stubborn little brat. What is wrong with these people? I know. They're crazy. And I forgot what year this thing was released. But you know, this was their fiction. Nurse Chan, look, she's come home from confession with a happy look on her face. So, my headstrong daughter, where have you been? I went somewhere where I learned that being disobedient to my father is a sin. Holy Father Lawrence instructed me to fall on my knees and beg for your forgiveness. Forgive me, I beg you. From now on, I'll do as you say. Capulet, send for the Count. Go tell him about this. I'll make this wedding happen tomorrow morning. I met the young man at Lawrence's cell. I treated him with proper love, as well as I could, while still being modest. Well, I'm glad about this. This is good. Stand up. Juliet stands up. This is the way it should be. I want to see the Count. Oh, Paris is the Count. Yes, alright, go. I say and bring him here. Now before God, our holy city owes this friar a great debt. Nurse, will you come with me tomorrow to my closet and help me pick out the clothes and jewelry I'll need to wear for tomorrow? No, not until Thursday. There's plenty of time. Go, nurse. Go with her. We'll have the wedding at the church tomorrow. And then Juliet and the nurse exit. The mom-chan says, our supplies will be short for the party. It's already almost night. Dad-chan, don't worry. I will set things in motion and everything will be alright. I promise you, wife. You should go to Juliet and dress her up. I'm not going to bed tonight. Leave me alone. I'll pretend to be the housewife for once. For once? Only one time? Lady Capulet exits. Hey, what? They're all gone? Well, I will walk myself to Count Paris to get him ready for tomorrow. My heart is wonderfully happy because this troubled girl has been taken back and will now be married. Okay, Capulet-san, or To-san, if you really want the Paris to be in your family, just why not, just you. Do not force your daughter. And then Juliet and the nurse. Yes, those are the best clothes, but gentle nurse, please leave me alone tonight. I have to say a lot of prayers to make the heavens bless me. You know that my life is troubled and full of sin. Lady Capulet enters. What? Are you busy? You need my help? No, madame. She calls her mom madame. Madam. We figured out the best things for me to wear tomorrow at the ceremony. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to be left alone now. Let the nurse sit up with you tonight. I'm sure you have your hands full preparing for the sudden festivities. Lady Capulet, good night. Go to bed and get some rest. I'm sure you need it. And then Lady Capulet and the nurse exits. Juliet is like, goodbye. Only God knows when we'll meet again. There is a slight cold fear cutting through my veins. It almost freezes the heat of life. I'll call them back here to comfort me. Nurse? Oh, what good would she do here? In my desperate situation, I have to act alone. Alright, here's the vial. What if this mixture doesn't work at all? Will I be married tomorrow morning? No. This knife will stop it. Lie down there. She lays down the knife. What if Friar mixed the potion to kill me? Is he worried that he will be disgraced if I marry Paris after he married me to Romeo? I'm afraid that it's poison. And yet, it shouldn't be poison because he is a trustworthy holy man. What if when I am in the tomb, I wake up before Romeo saves me? That is a frightening idea. Won't I suffocate in the tomb? There's no healthy air to breathe in there. Will I die of suffocation before Romeo comes? Or if I live, I'll be surrounded by death and darkness. It will be terrible. There will be bones, hundreds of years in that tomb. My ancestors' bones, Tybalt's body will be in there, freshly entombed, and his corpse will be rotting. They say that during the night the spirits are in tombs. Oh no, I'll wake up and smell awful odors. I'll hear the screams that would drive people crazy. She's overthinking. She's really, really overthinking. But I think she's scared because for those who watch Mr. Beast games, some involve getting buried alive or something like that, right? I finished season 2, by the way. You know what? It's alright. Well, there was a different contestant that I wanted to win, but you know, it worked. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, season 1 and 2, I finished that one, and I'm currently on like episode 6 or 7. Not pun intended. I just realized it, but it was the May I Have One Final Thing anime. The silver-haired girl with a big red dress. Pretty funny. Yeah. Okay, so Juliet, if I wake up too early, won't I go insane with all these horrible, frightening things around me? Start playing with my ancestors' bones and pull Tybalt's corpse out of his dead shroud? Will I grab one of my dead ancestors' bones and bash in my own skull? Oh look, I think I see my cousin Tybalt's ghost. He's looking for Romeo because Romeo killed him with his sword. Hold on now, that was by accident. Tybalt, either like jumped in or something, or he didn't. Yeah. Anyway, it was an accident. Romeo did not mean to kill Tybalt. Wait, Tybalt, Romeo, here is a drink. I drink to you. She drinks the vial, and falls on her bed, hidden by her bed curtains. And then, lady and the nurse enter. Wait, take these keys and get more spices, nurse. They're calling for dates and quinces in the pastry kitchen. Capulet, the dad, enters. Come on, wake up, wake up. The second cock crowed. The curfew. I mixed curfew and bell. The curfew bell rang. It's 3 o'clock. Go get baked meats. Good Angelica, don't worry about the cost. Go, you old housewife. Go to bed, dear. You'll be sick tomorrow because you've stayed up all night. No, not at all, but I've stayed up all night many times before for less important matters. And I've never gotten sick. Yes, you've been a ladies' man in your time. But I'll make sure you don't stay up any later now. And then, so the mom-chan and nurse exits. Dad-chan, a jealous woman. 3 or 4 serving men enter with the spits, logs, and baskets. Now, fellow, what have you got there? For serving men. Thanks for the cook, sir, but I don't know what they are. Hurry up. You fetch logs that are drier than these. Call Peter, he'll show you what they are. What happened to my HDMI? 1 second. HDMI cord-chan is it connected? There we go. It was disconnecting for a bit. Let me just verify if the wires are there. Alright, the wires are there. It was glitching. I'm still connected, right? I think. Yes. Okay, there we go. So, yeah. Second serving man. I'm smart enough to find logs myself without bothering Peter. Capulet. Right, and well said. That guy's funny. He's got a head full of logs. Goodness, it's daylight. The count will be here soon with music. At least he said he would. I hear him coming near. Music plays off stage. Nurse, wife. How he calls his wife. Why not the name? You know what? Hey, nurse. The nurse returns. Go wake Juliet. Go and get her dressed. I'll go and chat Paris. Hey, hurry up. The bridegroom is already here. Hurry up, I said. The nurse enters. Mistress. Juliet, I bet she's fast asleep. Hey, lady. Hey, you lazy bones. Hey, love, I say. Madame, sweetheart. Hey, bride. What? You don't say a word? You take your beauty sleep now. Get yourself a week's worth of sleep. Tomorrow night, I bet Count Paris won't get much rest. Won't let you get much rest. God for what? Why are they weird? Yeah, God forgive me. Alright, and amen. How sound asleep she is. I must wake her up. Madame. Yes, let the Count take you in your bed. He'll wake you up, I bet, won't he? She opens the curtains. What? You're still dressed in all your clothes, but you're still asleep. I must wake you up, lady. Oh no. Help. My lady's dead. Oh, curse the day that I was born. Oh, get some brandy. My lord, my lady. Oh, she's calling the dad-chan and the mom-chan. Lady Capulet enters. What's all the noise in here? Oh, sad day. What is the matter? Oh, look, what a sad day. Oh my child, my reason for living. Wake up, look up, or I'll die with you. Help, call for help. No 911, yeah. Capulet, for shame. They don't know the plan. No, only the priest and Juliet knows the plan because she is trying to escape. Because the dad-chan, right, and the nurse-chan and the mom-chan, they want her to marry Paris. She does not want to marry Paris. So the priest was like, drink this, he just grabbed coffee and now she's even. Indeed. Yeah, and now she is doing the plan. And the goal was for her to fall asleep for like 42 hours. And so during that time, she will look dead and thus canceling the wedding, and they will put her in the tomb thing, and then the priest said he will send a letter to Romeo or something like that, so Juliet gets saved. And right now we are in the part where Juliet is enacting the plan, and now her family found her, and they're like, oh no, she's dead. She's cold, her blood stopped, her joints are stiff, she's been dead for a long time, for some time. She's dead like a beautiful flower killed by an unseasonable frost. Oh, sad day. Lady Capulet, oh, this is a painful time. And then the Dad-chan, death which has taken her away to make me cry, now ties up my tongue and won't let me speak. Yeah, because you were forcing her to marry Paris. The friar knows the plan. Come, is the bride ready to go to church? The Capulet, she's ready to go, but she'll never return. Is she still warm? Oop, that was a weird thing to ask. No, it's fine. It says here that she is cold. Because I think, let's say she drank the vial to make her body seem dead. Let's say 9 p.m. And I'm guessing they tried to wake her up at 6 p.m. That's my guess. I mean a.m. 6 a.m. the next day. So yeah. And then Capulet's, the Dad-chan is like, she's ready to go, but she'll never return. And then to Paris, oh son, on the night before your wedding day, death has taken your wife. I don't like how they're already referring to Juliet-chan as wife of Paris. Like, come on. And there she lies. She was a flower, but death deflowered her. What? Death is my son-in-law. Death is my heir. My daughter married death. I will die and leave. Whoa. Death, everything. Life, wealth, everything belongs to death. Whoa. And then Paris. Have I waited so long to see this morning only to see this? The mom-chan. Accursed. Unhappy. Wretched and hateful day. This is the most miserable hour of all time. I had only one child, one poor and loving child. The one thing I had to rejoice and comfort myself, and cruel death has stolen it from me because y'all were forcing her to marry a way older dude that she didn't like. And now, wow. And then the nurse, oh, painful day. The saddest day, most painful day that I ever did behold. Oh day, oh hateful day. There has never been so black a day as today. Oh, painful day. In Paris, she was stripped, divorced, wronged, spited, killed. Death, the most despicable thing, tricked her. Cruel death killed her. Oh love, oh life, there is no life, but my love is dead. Oh, you don't even like her. The Dad-chan, despised, distressed, hated, martyred, killed. Why did this have to happen now? Why did death have to ruin our wedding? Oh child, my soul and not my child, you are dead. Oh no, my child is dead. My child will be buried, and so will be my Joyce. And the friar, finally, someone's sane. He's like, be quiet for once. The cure for confusion is not yelling and screaming. You had this child with the help of heaven, now heaven has her. And then she is in a better place. You cannot prevent her from dying someday, but heaven will give her eternal life. The most hope you hoped for was for her to marry wealthy and rise up the social ladder. That was your idea of heaven. And now you cry, even though she has risen up above the clouds as high as the heaven itself. Oh, in this love, you love your child so badly that you go mad even though she's in heaven. He's a really good gaslighter, by the way. He knows the plan. It is best to marry well and die young. Better than to be married for a long time. Dry up your tears and put your rosemary in this beautiful corpse. And in accordance with custom, carry her to church in the best clothes. It's natural for us to shed tears for her, but the truth is we should be happy for her. The gaslighting. Okay, Capulet, the Dad-chan. All the things that we prepared for the wedding party will now be used for the funeral. Our party music will now be sad. Our wedding banquet will become a sad burial feast. Our celebratory hymns will change to sad funeral marches. Our bridal flowers will cover a buried corpse, and everything will be used for the opposite purpose from what we intended. Friar Lawrence, sir, you go in, and madam, go with him. You go to Paris. Everyone prepare to take this beautiful corpse to her grave. The heavens hang threateningly over you for the past sin. Don't disturb the heavens anymore by trying to go against heaven's will. First musician. Well, we can put away our pipes and go home. Alright. The nurse Chan. Honest good boys. Put him away. As you know, this is a sad case. Well, things get better. Musicians, oh musicians, play Heart's Ease. Oh, I'll die if you don't play Heart's Ease. What's Heart's Ease? Oh musicians, because my heart is singing. My heart is full of. Oh, wait, who is Peter? Juliet's. It's like one of the. It's he's not a nurse, but he's also one of Juliet Chan's acquaintance in the house thingy. Yeah. So first musician, no, not a sad song. It's not the right time to play. You won't then? Then I'll really give it to you. What will you give us? No money, I swear, but I will play a trick on you. I'll call you a minstrel. Then I'll call you a serving creature. Peter. Then I'll smack you on the head with a serving creature's knife. I won't mess around. I'll make you sing. Do you hear me? The first musician. If you make us sing, you'll hear us. Please put down your knife and stop kidding around. So, you don't like my kidding around? I'll kid you to death, then I'll put my knife down. Answer me like men. And then they sing. I don't know the tune of this one. So, when sadness wounds your heart and pain takes over your mind, the music with her silver sound. Why the line silver sound? What do they mean? Music with silver sound? What do you say? Simon Catling. Who is that? Who is Simon Catling? Is that someone that I should know in the modern day, but this book was not written in the modern day? So, nope. Anyway, well, sir, because silver has a sweet sound. That's a stupid answer. What do you say, Hurubek? Who are these? As they continue the thing. And then Peter exits. Music man, what an annoying man this guy is. Forget about him, Jack. Come, we'll go in there. We'll wait for the mourners and stay for dinner. And, ooh, I will be doing Act 4 and 5 today. Act 5 is the last one. Let me just update the title really quickly. This might be the last Romeo and Juliet stream. Whoa! Let me just update Millennium Theater Act 4 and 5. Last Romeo and Juliet scenes. Yeah, it was very short. I think Act 2 or 3 were very long. Very long. So last Romeo and Juliet scenes. Did the title update? Okay, hopefully it updated. I will continue. Wait, let me just send another reminder in case, like last Act 4 and where is the end sign? And 5 Romeo and Juliet fire sign. Roar with a fire sign. Hi. Okay. If I can't trust my dreams, then some joyful. Oh, Romeo. Okay, let's prepare for this one. I'm gonna drink some water first. Oh, thank you for checking if it updated. Jeez, baby. Alright, water. So, before I do Act 5, may I do another set of jumping jacks? Okay, so we are at, I did 40 earlier. I'll do another 40 now. Oh, jumping jacks before the last act. Oh my gosh. Wait, it's until Act 5 only, right? I don't know if we still have Act 6. And I'm scared of searching because it might be spoiler for how many acts Romeo and Juliet has. On my PDF, it says we are now at page 82 out of 94. So yeah, jumping jacks, another 40, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Hello! Welcome back to the stream, George! Yeah, no, you are not too late. This is actually earlier. I just finished up Act 4. And surprisingly, Act 4 finished very fast. And I think this is Act 5 might be the last one. So, let me just update you so far. Because my gut says this might be the last one, the last act. Yeah, it's about to go down. It's about to go down, literally. So, let's get up from the beginning again, right? I'll just do a nutshell. Let me drink water first. 126 heart rate. Oh my goodness. So, number 1. So far, 480 jumping jacks so far. And happy White Day to those who are doing, in Asia, I think it's already White Day. It's like the March version of the Valentine's Day. Because Valentine's Day, Feb 14 is normally when the gals give the chocos to the dudes. In anime, in shoujo, but then you also can switch that. Meanwhile, White Day, the March version, is when those who receive choco during the Feb 14 give back chocolate. So that's what it is. And so with that one, that's why I did Romeo and Juliet again for this one, to make sure that it matches the theme of, as I do the pun with the Valentine's Day. And I didn't realize that this would be the potentially the last one, because I think this is the last scene. And the other one was currently we are at 17% of the goal to the Otome game stream, aka the one pinned, because if by some chance it reaches 20% in this stream, then I can stream tomorrow the Otome game, which still matches the White Day theme, because the Otome game, I'm thinking Can I Not Fall for Idol? That one. It seems like a cute game, and I will not skip any of the cringe lines. I think that's if ever that would be the first Otome game stream that I will be streaming. Yeah, that's why I put it as like maybe it's it would be an exciting thing. Alright, so Romeo and Juliet. The way they started was Romeo from Act 1, right? He was pining for this random lady that I forgot her name, but he was like, "Oh, beautiful lady, why do you hate me?" Romeo's cousin was then, "Forget about her. Let's go to this party held in the other town." And it was the party held by Juliet's mom and dad. Take note, they are enemies. Romeo's family, the Montagues, and then Juliet's camp, aka the Capulet. It's easier to remember because Juliet, Capulet. And then Romeo was like, "Okay, bet, I'll go with you." And then he sees Juliet, and then they kiss, and then they tell each other. Oh, after they kiss, they find out that they are sons and daughters of the enemy camp, and then that's when Juliet says the line, "Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, I will no longer be a Capulet." So, summary, she says, "Why are you Romeo? You remove your last name. If not, I will remove my last name." And they go first name basis. And then they're crazy. They go to the priest to get married. And then some crazy stuff happened next, because the Romeo, and on Romeo's side, Romeo and his cousins, Mercutio and Benvolio, have a fight against Tybalt, which is Juliet's cousin or something. In that fight, one of Romeo's cousin dies, and then in the process, Romeo accidentally kills Tybalt, which is Juliet's cousin. And then on Juliet's end, she also has problems. Number 1, her dad is trying to force her to marry Paris, which is very old. Juliet is 14, Romeo is 16, and then Paris, the one the dad's son is trying to force her to marry, is at least 25, I think, because he's a count. Like, whoa. So that's not great. And then aside from that, her cousin died, and then so the nurse was telling her, hey, so Romeo, your husband, killed your cousin. And Juliet at first was like, oh no. And then after that, she was like, oh my gosh, I hate the nurse, how dare you speak ill of my Romeo. And so she also goes to Juliet goes to the priest, the Friar Lawrence, to ask for some help about the plan. That was in this is all in Act 4 now, okay? To ask for help about the plan. And then the priest tells her, hey, on Wednesday, drink this mini magic potion. It will make you fall asleep for 42 hours so that the next day, aka Thursday, they can't force you to marry Paris. And then I will send a letter to Romeo because so that he can rescue you. And take note, Romeo was at his punishment for accidentally killing Tybalt was exile. So that's why Juliet was also like, I'd rather die than not be with Romeo. Like, come on, bro. So that is so far what's happening. The end part of Act 4 was Juliet enacting the plan. And this is now like Thursday morning. Her family was trying to wake her up, but nope, she is quote-unquote dead. But she isn't. It's just the magic medicine that will make her look very dead. And now we are in Act 5. The last one. Wait, can I... It might be a spoiler. Let me just type. How many acts does Romeo and Juliet have? How many acts does Romeo and Juliet have? But don't say spoiler of what happens. It's 5 acts. Oh my gosh, this is the last one. All right, brace ourselves. It has been a journey. Let's go. The scene before this, Juliet was quote-unquote dead, okay? So next, Romeo enters. If I can trust my dreams, then some joyful news is coming soon. Bro, this Romeo, I don't think I heard him speak in Act 4. And then literally his first line in Act 5, he is glazing. So he's like, if I can trust my dreams, then some joyful news is coming soon. Love rules my heart, and all day long a strange feeling has been making me cheerful. I had a dream that my lady came and found me dead. It's a strange dream that lets a dead man think. She came and brought me back to life by kissing my lips. I rose from the dead and was an emperor. No. Oh my, how sweet would it be to actually have the woman I love when merely thinking about love makes me so happy. And Romeo's servant Balthazar enters. Do you have news from Verona? What is it, Balthazar? Do you bring me a letter from the friar? How's my wife? Is my father well? How is my Juliet? I won't. I ask that again because nothing can be wrong if she is well. Then she is well, nothing is wrong. Her body sleeps in the Capulet tomb and her immortal soul lives with the angels in heaven. I saw her buried in her family's tomb and then I came here to tell you the news. Oh, pardon me for bringing this bad news, but you told me it was my job, sir. Whoa. So that's how Romeo finds out, quote-unquote. Where was the letter? The friar was supposed to give him a letter. Romeo, is it really true? Then I rebel against you, stars. You know where I live. Get me some ink and paper and hire some horses to ride. I will leave here for Verona tonight. Please, sir, have patience. You look pale and wild, as if you're going to hurt yourself. Romeo, you're wrong. Leave me and do what I told you to do. Don't you have a letter for me from the friar? No, my good lord. Ha! Where's the letter? Where's the letter? Why, no matter. Get on your way and hire those horses. I'll be with you right away. Balthazar exits. Romeo. Well, Juliet, I'll lie with you tonight. Let's see how. Destructive thoughts come quickly to the minds of desperate men. I remember a pharmacist who lives by. I remember he wears shabby clothes and has bushy eyebrows. Is he Lee from Naruto? He makes drugs from herbs. I can't spell. Yeah. He looks... Wait, what spelling? Where? He looks poor and miserable. And worn out to the bone. He had a tortoise shell hanging up in his shop, as well as a stuffed alligator and other skins of strange fish. There were a few empty boxes on his shelves, as well as green clay pots and some musty seeds. There were a few strands of string and mashed rose petals on display. Noticing all this poverty, I said to myself, if a man needed some poison, which they would immediately kill you for selling in Mantua, here is a miserable wretch who'd sell it to him. Oh, this idea came before I needed the poison, but the same poor man must sell it to me. As I remember, this should be the house. Today's the day. So the beggar's shop is shut. Hey, pharmacist. Oh, by the way, just take note. For those who are, I think, in Europe and the Americas section, the stream time is still consistent. But I think in Asia, it might be different by an hour. And that is due to DST, the daylight savings or something. Yeah, it's due to the daylight savings. It's Earth. So just check. The waiting rooms will have the time, and I put it in the Discord as well, because the Discord and the waiting rooms will display it in the time zone of Earth. Hopefully Earth. Right, not Mars. Yeah, I think it's Earth at least. But so that is the thingy. In case it might look like, wait, is this a normal hour? Yeah, it's the time zones. Anyway, apothecary, who's that calling so loud? Romeo, come here, man. I see that you are poor. Whoa, calling him out immediately. Here are 40 ducats. Let me have a shot of poison, something that works so fast the person who takes it will die as fast as gunpowder exploding in a cannon. Whoa, 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 whoa. I feel like YouTube just ate my comment. Ooh, feel free to type it again. Let me see. I have lethal poisons like that, but it's against the law to sell them in Mantua, and the penalty is death. You're this poor and wretched and still afraid to die? Your cheeks are thin because of hunger. I can see in your eyes that you're starving. Anyone can see that you are a beggar. The world is not your friend, and neither is the law. The world doesn't make laws to make you rich. So don't be poor. Break the law and take this money. He holds out money. The apothecary, I agree because I'm poor, not because I want to. Romeo, I pay you because you're poor, not because you want me to buy this. Apothecary gives Romeo the poison. Put this in any kind of drink you want and drink it down, even if you were as strong as 20 men. It would kill you immediately. Oof. Oof. Romeo, there is your gold. Money is worse poison to men's souls and commits more murders in this awful world than these poor poisons that you're not allowed to sell. I've sold you poison. You have not sold me any. Goodbye. Buy yourself food and put some flesh on your bones. I'll take this mixture, which is a medicine, not a poison, to Juliet's grave. That's where I must use it. And they exit. Friar John, holy Franciscan friar, brother, hey. That sounds like the voice of Friar John. Welcome back from Mantua. What does Romeo say? Or if he wrote down his thoughts, give me his letter. Friar John, I want to find another poor friar from our order to accompany me. He was here in the city visiting him sick. When I found him, the town held suspected that we were both in a house that had been hit with a plague. Hello, Rimuru-chan. Welcome to the stream. We are on the last section of Romeo and Juliet. It has been a journey since last year, and this is the last act. And so far, Juliet has been doing her plan of pretending to be dead because she does not want to marry Paris. Wait, let me give another recap, okay? So that you can catch up about what happened total in the story. It's gonna be quick, like a nutshell. Very beginning, Romeo was pining over a random lady. He's like, oh lady, why do you hate me? Romeo's cousin tells him, hey, let's go to this party on the other side of town or something, or the other village. And then turns out that party was being held by Juliet's mom and dad, aka enemies of Romeo's parents. So the two camps are enemies. And so he went to the party, he saw Juliet, he liked her, they kissed, and then after a few hours, they were like, let's get married. Oh, before they say the let's get married, so they meet, they kiss, and then they find out that they're from each like the enemies of each other's family. And so that's where you get the line of Juliet going, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou? Romeo, deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, I will no longer be a Capulet. So that is the line. Essentially, Juliet was saying, why are you Romeo? Remove your last name. If not, I will not be a Capulet anymore. And yeah, and they're like, let's get married, and they get married, and then now divided into two. Romeo has and his cousins end up fighting against Juliet's cousin, and then one of Romeo's cousins die, and Romeo accidentally kills Juliet's cousin. And then on Juliet's side, she is being forced by her mom and dad to marry a way older person. So take note, Juliet is 14, Romeo is 16. Way older person that the mom and dad of Juliet is forcing her to marry is about 25, maybe. This is the fiction from a while ago. I forgot what year. And then she's like, I don't want to get married to this old dude. And then she asks for help from the friar, aka the priest who married her and Romeo. And then the friar gives her a magic medicine which will make her fall asleep and make her seem dead, so not really dead, but make her seem dead for 42 hours, enough for the marriage to be cancelled and for her to be shipped off in the tomb. Now, the priest was supposed, priest's son, Friar Lawrence, did try to send a letter to Romeo so that Romeo will save Juliet the moment she wakes up. Romeo was supposed to take her. The issue is right here now. It seems like the letter was not sent to Romeo. And so Romeo got told by his servant that Juliet is dead, even though she's not. And now he bought real poison from the pharmacy and is on the way to Juliet's quote-unquote tomb. So this is where this is really happening. Okay? So now the priest's son who sent the letter, Friar Lawrence, is asking the messenger about what happened to the letter. So the messenger is like, I went to find another poor friar from our order to accompany me. He was here in this city visiting the sick. When I found him, the town health official suspected that we were both in a house that had been hit with the plague. They quarantined the house, sealed up the doors, and refused to let us out. I couldn't go to Mantua because I was stuck there. And the priest was like, then who took my letter to Romeo? And then the other priest, I could not send it. Here it is. He gives Friar Lawrence a letter. I couldn't get a messenger to you either because they were scared of spreading the infection. Oh my goodness. Friar Lawrence, unhappy fortune by my brotherhood. The letter was not just a nice greeting. It was full of very important information. It's very dangerous that it hasn't been sent. Friar John, go and get me an iron crowbar. Bring it straight back to my cell. Friar John, brother, I'll go and bring it to you. Friar John exits. Friar Lawrence, the priest who knows about the plan, the only one who knows about the plan aside from Juliet. Now I must go to the tomb alone. Within 3 hours, Juliet will wake up. She'll be very angry with me that Romeo doesn't know what happened, but I'll write again to Mantua and I'll keep her in my cell until Romeo comes, that poor living corpse. She's shut inside a dead man's tomb. And then Friar Lawrence exits. Paris enters with Paige. Who is Paige? Is that a new character? Okay. Paris, aka the dude who they were trying to force to marry to Juliet, but he's saying that he likes Juliet, but he doesn't. It's just more, I don't know, he's just crazy. So Paris, give me your torch, boy. Go away and stay apart from me. Put the torch out so I can't be seen. Hide under the yellow yew trees over there and listen to make sure no one is coming through the graveyard. If you hear anyone whistle to me to signal that someone is approaching. Give me those flowers. Do as I tell you. Go. Oh no, is the lolicon indeed is up to something sketchy. Paris. I am most afraid to stand alone here to the graveyard, but I'll take the risk. He scatters flowers at Juliet's closed tomb. Sweet flower, I'm spreading flowers over your bridal bed. Oh pain, your canopy is dust and stones. I'll water these flowers every night with sweet water, or if I don't do that, my nightly rituals to remember you will be to put flowers on your grave and weep. The beige whistles. The boy is warning me that someone approaches who could be walking around here tonight, who's ruining my rituals of true love. It's someone with a torch I must hide with in the darkness for a while. Paris hides in the darkness. Romeo and Balthazar enter with a torch, a pickaxe, and an iron crowbar. Romeo, give me that pickaxe and crowbar. He takes them from Balthazar. Here, take this letter. Early in the morning, deliver it to my father. He gives the letter to Balthazar. Give me the light. He takes the torch from Balthazar. Swear on your life, I command you. Whatever you see or hear, stay away from me and do not interrupt me in my plan. I'm going down into this tomb of the dead, partly to behold my wife's face, but my main reason is to take a precious ring from her dead finger. I must use that ring for an important purpose. So go on your way, but if you're curious and return to spy on me, I swear I'll tear you apart limb by limb and spread your body parts around to feed the hungry animals in the graveyard. My plan is wild and savage. I am more fierce in this endeavor than a hungry tiger or raging sea. Wow, he can actually say threats. Balthazar, I'll go, sir, and I won't bother you. That's the way you show me friendship. Take this. He gives Balthazar the money. Live and be prosperous. Farewell, good fellow. Balthazar, speaking so that only Paris can hear. Despite what I said, I'll hide nearby. I'm frightened by the look on his face and I have doubts about his intentions. Balthazar moves aside and falls asleep. Alright, brother. Useless character. Okay. Romeo, speaking to the tomb. You horrible mouth of death, you've eaten up the dearest creature on earth. Now I'm going to force open your jaws and make you eat another body. Romeo begins to open the tomb with his tools. Paris, speaking so that Romeo can't hear. It's that arrogant Montague, the one who's been banished. He's the one who murdered my love's cousin Tybalt. They think she died with grief for that cousin. This guy comes here to commit awful crimes against the dead bodies. I'll catch him. To Romeo. Stop, you evil work, vile Montague. Can't you take revenge on dead bodies? Condemned villain, I've caught you. Obey and come with me. You must die. Romeo, I must indeed. That's why I came here. Good and noble young man. Don't mess with someone who's desperate. Get away from here and leave me. Think about the ones who have died. Let them put fear in your heart. Please, young man, don't make me angry. I don't want to commit another crime. Oh, go away. I swear I love you more than I love myself, for I've come here with weapons to use against myself. Don't stay here. Go away. Live, and from now on, say a madman mercifully told you to run away. Paris, I refuse your request. I'm arresting you as a criminal. Romeo, are you going to provoke me? Alright, let's fight. Yeah, they fight. Oh lord, they're fighting. I'll go call the watch. Paris, he falls. Oh, I've been killed. Oh, if you are merciful, open the tomb and lay me next to Juliet. Okay, he's a lolicon until the end. And then Paris dies. Alright, okay. Alright, I will. Let me look at this face. It's Mercutio's relative, noble Count Paris. What did my man say? I was worried, so I wasn't listening to him while we were riding. Oh my gosh, you didn't hear. I think he told me Paris was about to marry Juliet? Isn't that what was said? Or was I dreaming? Or am I crazy? Yeah, Romeo, he is OP in 1v1. At least he's useful for something. Not just crazy daydreaming. Did I hear him say something about Juliet and jump to conclusions? Oh, give me your hand. Both of us have such bad luck. I'll bury you in a magnificent tomb. Romeo opens the tomb to reveal Juliet inside. A grave? Oh no, this is a lantern, dead Paris. Juliet lies here and her beauty fills this tomb with light. Dead men lie there, you are buried by another man. He lays Paris in the tomb. How often are men happy right before they die? They call it lightness before death. Oh wow, can I call this lightness? Oh my love, my wife, death has sucked the honey from your breath, but it has not yet ruined your beauty. You haven't been conquered, there is still red in your lips and cheeks. Death has not yet returned them pale. Take note, she was about to wake up, right? There's like maybe 2 hours or something. Tybalt, are you lying there in your bloody death shroud? Oh, what better favor can I do for you than to kill the man who killed you with the same hand that made you die young? Forgive me, cousin. Ah, dear Juliet, why are you still so beautiful? Should I believe that death is in love with you and that the awful monster keeps you here to be his mistress? I don't like that idea, so I'll stay with you and I will never leave this tomb. Here, I'll remain with worms that are your chambermaids. Oh, I'll rest here forever. I'll forget about all the bad luck that has troubled me. Eyes, look out for the last time. Arms, make your embrace. Make and lips, you are the doors of breath. Seal with a righteous kiss the deal I have made with death forever. Then where is this one? Balthazar hides just to sleep. Somebody Discord, but after then don't join the live unless you're streaming on Twitch or just no, it's okay. Time zones really are different, and sometimes I stream on times that is like this one, and sometimes it would match the Asia time zone, and sometimes it would match more of the Europe time zone. So it really just depends. So Kenchana, and thank you for stopping by as well during this time, but no pressure to everybody. It's great. Thank you. And look out for the Romeo is here. He's saying, I'll rest here forever. I'll forget about all the bad luck that has troubled me. Eyes, look out for the last time. Arms, make your last embrace. And lips, you are the doors of breath. Seal with a righteous kiss the deal I have made with death forever. Romeo kisses Juliet and takes out the poison. Come, bitter poison. Come, unsavory guide, you desperate pilot. Let's crash this sea-weary ship into the rocks. Here's to my love. Romeo drinks the poison. Oh, that pharmacist was honest. His drugs work quickly, so I die with a kiss. Romeo dies. Wow. Friar Lawrence enters with a lantern, thrower, and shovel. He's so late. He is so late. XX, yeah. So Friar Lawrence, Saint Francis, help me. How often tonight have my old feet stumbled on gravestones? Who's there? Balthazar, I'm a friend who knows you well. God bless you. Tell me, my good friend, what is that light over there? The one that vainly lights up the darkness for worms and skulls. It looks to me like it's burning in the Capulet tomb. That is where it's burning, Father. My master is there. The one you love. Who is it? Romeo. How long has he been there? For a full half hour. Go with me to the tomb. I don't dare, sir. My master doesn't know I'm still here. He threatened me with death if I stayed to look at what he was doing. Stay then. I'll go alone. I'm suddenly afraid. Oh, very scared something awful has happened. Oh yes, something awful has indeed happened. As I slept under this yew tree. Yeah, Balthazar just hides to sleep. I had dreamed that my master and someone else were fighting. Someone else was fighting and that my master killed him. Friar Lawrence approaching the tomb. Romeo! Oh no, what is this blood that stains the stony entrance of this tomb? Why are these bloody swords lying here, abandoned by their masters, next to this place of peace? He looks inside the tomb. Romeo! Oh, he's pale. Who else? Paris too, and he's covered in blood. When did these horrible things happen? The lady's moving. Oh no. Oh dear. I feel like Yamcha and DBZ is more useful than Balthazar. I don't know who Yamcha is, but that's Dragon Ball Z, right? But I agree. I fully agree. Juliet wakes up. Oh, friendly friar. Where's my husband? I remember very well where I should be, and here I am. Where is my Romeo? A noise sounds from the tomb. I hear some noise, lady. come out of the tomb. A greater power than we can fight has ruined our plan. Come away. Your husband lies dead there, in Paris too. Come, I'll place you among the Sisterhood of Holy Nuns. Don't wait to ask questions. The watch is coming. Come, let's go, good Juliet. I don't dare stay any longer. Juliet, go. Get out of here. I'm not going anywhere. Friar Lawrence exits. What's this? It's a cup. Close in my true love's hands. Poison, I see, has been the cause of his death. How rude! He drank it all and the cause of his death. How rude! And it didn't help, and didn't leave any to help me afterward. I will kiss your lips. Perhaps there's still some poison on them to make me die with a medicinal kiss. She kisses Romeo. Your lips are warm. Watchman and Paris's page enter. Chief Watchman, lead boy, which way? Juliet. Oh, noise. Then I'll be quick. Oh, good. A knife. My body will be your sheath. Rust inside my body and let me die. She stabs herself with Romeo's dagger and dies. Okay, 1 second. Let's review here. So Juliet was trying to escape marriage from, with a crazy old, super old dude. So she drinks a medicine that will make her seem dead and fall asleep. And then Romeo, who was supposed to receive a letter to save Juliet, did not receive the letter. So he got told that Juliet was dead. So he bought real poison, went to Juliet's tomb, fought Paris, which is the dude who was being forced to marry Juliet. The Paris dies, and then Romeo drinks. Romeo grabs the poison, right? And then he kisses Juliet, and then puts the poison on Juliet's hand, and then drinks the liquid from the cup that Juliet is holding. And about 30 minutes later, Juliet wakes up. And then she sees this. She sees Romeo dead. She sees Paris dead. And she's like, why did Romeo drink all of the poison? Why didn't you leave any for me? And then some of the riders are outside, are going near her. She sees Romeo's dagger. And she's like, well, ciao. Oof. Okay, the page. This is the place there where the torch is burning. The ground is bloody. Search the graveyard. Go, some of you. Arrest whoever you find. Some watchmen exit. This is a pitiful sight. The count is dead. That's Paris. Juliet is bleeding. Her body is warm. She seems to have been dead only a short time, even though she has been buried for 2 days. Take note, because the magic medicine to make her fall asleep and pretend to be dead was full. It's 42 hours of deep sleep. Go, tell the prince. Run to the Capulets. Wake up the Montagues. Have some others search. Some other watchmen exit in several directions. We see the cause of all this pain, but we'll have to investigate to discover the whole story. The second watchman re-enters with Balthazar, the useless one who was just asleep behind the trees. Second watchman, here's Romeo's man. We found him in the churchyard. Hold him in custody until the prince gets here. The third watchman re-enters with Friar Lawrence. Here is a friar who's trembling, sighing, and weeping. Aww. We took his pickaxe and this shovel from him as he was walking from this side of the graveyard. Very suspicious. Hold the friar too. The prince enters with attendants. What crimes happened so early in the morning that I have to wake up before the usual time? Capulet and Lady Capulet enter. That's Dad-chan and Mom-chan of Juliet. What's the matter that they cry so out loud? Some people in the street are crying Romeo, some are crying Juliet, some are crying Paris. They're all running in an open riot toward our tomb. What's this awful thing that everyone's crying about? Prince, here lies Count Paris killed, and Romeo dead, and Juliet, she was dead before, but now she's warm and hasn't been dead for long. Investigate how this foul murder came about. Chief Watchman, here is a friar and dead Romeo's man. They've got tools on them, tools they could use to open these tombs. Oh heavens, oh wife, look at how our daughter bleeds. That knife should be in its sheath on that Romeo's back, but instead it's missheathed in my daughter's breast. Oh my goodness. I am not a fan of Juliet's father. Okay, Lady Caplet. Oh my, the sight of death is like a bell that warms me. I'm old and I'll die soon. The Montague enters. Come, Montague, you're up too early, so to see your son down early. Oh my liege, my wife. What? What? Romeo's mom Chan died as well. Sadness over my son's exile has stopped her breath. Oh my goodness. What further pain must I endure in my old age? Look and you'll see. See Romeo's body. Oh, you undisciplined boy, where are your manners? It's not right for a son to push past his father on the way to the grave. I wonder what will happen if people saw Juliet respawn after 48 hours. Will they call her a witch or just be happy she's alive? I think they might call her a witch, sadly. They'll be like, "Ooh, Juliet's dead, why?" And then when they see her, "Oh my gosh, a witch!" Like that. I think that's what will happen. That's what will happen. In the meantime, hold on and be patient. Bring forth the men under suspicion. Friar Lawrence, where is it? I am the greatest, but I was able to do the least. I am under the most suspicion because I was here at the time of this awful murder, and here I stand. You can question and punish me. I have already condemned and excused myself. Tell us what you know about this affair. I will be brief because I am not going to live long enough to tell a boring story. Romeo, who lies there dead, was the husband of Juliet, and she who lies there dead was that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them. Their secret wedding day was on the day Tybalt died. His untimely death caused the bridegroom to be banished from the city. Juliet was sad because Romeo was gone, not because of Tybalt's death. To cure her of sadness, you arranged a marriage for her with Count Paris. Then she came to me, and looking wild, she asked me to devise a plan to get her out of the second marriage. She threatened to kill herself in my cell if I don't help her, so I gave her a sleeping potion that I had mixed with my special skills. It worked as planned. She seemed to everyone to be dead. In the meantime, I wrote to Romeo and told him to come here on this awful night to help remove her from her temporary grave when the sleeping potion wore off. But the man who carried my letter, Friar John, was held up by an accident. Last night he gave me the letter back, so I came here alone at the hour when she was supposed to wake up. I came to take her out of her family's tomb, hoping to hide her in my cell until I could make contact with Romeo. But by the time I got here, just a few minutes before Juliet woke up, Paris and Romeo were already dead. She woke up and I asked her to come out of the tomb with me and endure this tragedy in patience, but then a noise sent me running scared from the tomb. She was too desperate to come with me, and it seems she killed herself. I know all of this, and her nurse knows about the marriage too. If any part of this tragedy is my fault, let my old life be sacrificed, and let me suffer the most severe punishment. And where did you find the book? Like the book, because I want to read it from the start. It's a PDF. It's let me see if I can find. Remind me again after I finish this, because we're on the second to the last page. And I will do a quick Google search of the PDF link. All right? Yes. Yeah, I will. Remind me in like about, I think, 10 minutes. This might be done. So type it again. The Prince Chan. We have always known you to be a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What does he have to say about this? Balthazar, I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then he rode from Mantua here to this tomb. Earlier this morning, he asked me to give this letter to his father. When he went into the vault, he threatened me with death if I didn't leave him alone there. Give me the letter, I'll look at it. He takes the letter from Balthazar. Where is the Count's page? The one who called the watch. Boy, what was your master doing here? He came with flowers to spread on this lady's grave, and he asked me to stand far away and leave him alone. And so I did. And then someone with a torch came to open the tomb, so my master drew on him, and then I ran away to call the watch. Skim's letter. The letter confirms the friar's account. It describes the course of their love and mentions the news of her death. Here, he writes that he bought poison from a poor pharmacist. He brought that poison with him to the vault and lie to the vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where are these enemies? Capulet, Montague, do you see what a great evil results from your hate? Heaven has figured out how to kill your joys with love, because I looked the other way when your feud flared up. I've lost several members of my family as well. Everyone is punished. Capulet, the dad of Juliet. Oh, Brother Montague, give me your hand. This is my daughter's dowry. I can ask you for nothing more. Montague. But I can give you more. I'll raise her statue in pure gold as long as the city is called Verona. There will be no figure praised more than that of true and faithful Juliet. The statue I will make of Romeo to lie beside his Juliet will be just as rich. They were poor sacrifices of our rivalry. And then the prince, we settle a dark peace this morning. The sun is too sad to show itself. Let's go talk about those sad things some more. Some will be pardoned and some will be punished. There was never a story more full of pain than the story of Romeo and Juliet. They all exit. And we're done! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! This is crazy. That was 94 pages of Romeo and Juliet and we're done! 4 streams total since last year. This 2025 for Romeo and Juliet. Thank you very much for watching and staying from the beginning until the end of the Romeo and Juliet streams or catching up and getting to hear about the story of them. This was crazy. They're crazy. That's my summary. The Romeo and Juliet, they are technically victims. Yeah. Because look at the first part. In the beautiful city of Verona, where our story takes place, a long-standing hatred between two families erupts into new violence. Wow. And stuff like that. So any thoughts? Any thoughts? I will find the PDF of this one right now. PDF No Fear Shakespeare Romeo and Juliet. Let me find it. I think I downloaded it from here. Found it. I found it. Okay, let me type it right now in the chat here. Romeo and Juliet Shanang. Did it work? And then I will send it to the Discord as well. Let me just... Do I have a books channel on the Discord? I don't. Let me just put it here for now. In the general PDF. There we go. Yeah. So, and I feel like all of this can be prevented if they have smartphones. I agree. I think the friar did his best. He tried to send a letter, but it truly was an accident that the other friar did not realize, that the other friar, an accident happened there. The modern movie version with Leonardo DiCaprio was weird/funny if you haven't seen it. I have not seen it. The latest Romeo and Juliet-ish that I watched was an anime called Boarding School Juliet. Okay, hear me out. I did not expect that I would like it. The first episode, I will not spoil, but it is a breath of fresh air among a lot of shoujo. That's the clue that I will give. Yes, but it is pretty interesting. We need a watch along. Ooh, speaking of watch along, there is the next stream is actually Cyberpunk 2077 and a Sword Art Online watch along. But if ever, perhaps if in the next few minutes, if there is also if we reach 20% for the throne, then before the Cyberpunk, I can insert the Otome game stream, so it is still on White Day. But if But if not, then we can just hang on there, and when the Otome game stream goal gets reached, then we will have the Otome game stream even after White Day. But yeah, I was thinking that maybe it might be like a matching theme for there. But anyway, it could be before the Cyberpunk, like a few hours before the Cyberpunk, whatever. But if not, then the next one is the Cyberpunk, which is approximately the same time I usually stream. And that one is the art is thanks to Decipher, who drew a Cyberpunk Millennium. And then finally, and then in the next day, it is the Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale Watch Along. Yeah! So I'm very excited for that. Because it's been such a long time since I watched Sao. And I also saw an update about Genshin Impact, and the banners are gonna be gals for a while. So we're gonna explore the other side of the universe first, aka the non-Genshin Impact games that have been postponed due to the back-to-back dude banners. So that's why. Oh, by the way, more future streams as well is, let me just double check right now. So aside from the Cyberpunk 2077 Sword Art Online Watch Along, there is Port Royale 4, new Hoyo game. I don't wait, which Hoyo game? The Nana. I don't think the incoming ones are Hoyo. Cyberpunk isn't Hoyo, right? And then Sao, nope. There's Port Royale 4 as well, which is a pirate game. And then Red Lenium is having a debut next week, literally 7 days from now, exactly 7 days from now. So I'm calling it a debut 1.5. I because it's technically half a skin. So yeah, it's wait, not half a skin. It's the whole thing. I just haven't shown on stream everything about Red Lenium, and it will also be the first time I will be showing and using my new starting screen. Yes, there it is. I've been very excited about it. I am literally holding on to it. I did not spoil it yet. Yeah, like what the design is. I didn't even do a mini 1 second spoiler of it. So that will be the stream where I will first use the new starting screen and BRB screen and ending screen. But my clue is, if you have observed a lot of the waiting rooms or the thumbnails that I use, it will make sense. It will make sense. When you see the starting screen, you're gonna be like, of course, yeah, that one. So, and I just really am excited to start using it. Like literally, if I say anything more, it will literally spoil it. So I will just fangirl on Red Lenium's debut. And then after that, there is Pokemon Legends ZA. I started like these thumbnails. Thank you very much to, like, for example, the Scaredy Rat K for the millionaire who wants to be a millionaire thumbnail, because that one Arrow did a raffle, and then Scaredy Rat K was the artist for that raffle, and then I was like, mayhaps does a 16:9 work, is that possible? And they're like, it's okay. And then I said, can it be for a game stream? And they were like, yeah. So that's how the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire thumbnail happened. And then the Pokemon Legends ZA thumbnail, Toto Pog Pog, they make thumbnails for some Niji Sanji, for example, like Luka Kaneshiro. And then at first I inquired like, hey, do you do stuff? And then they were like, yeah, I can make one, it's okay. And then I was like, wait, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, here, you can have this one. And I was like, thank you so much. And they're really cooking so well. Like, look at the, like, if you know this design, they were also the one who cooked up that Pal World thumbnail. That that certain Pal World thumbnail where the like what Watashi Millennium really looked like she was having fun with pals. They did that one. Like one of the peak Pal World thumbnails. So this one they did again a Pokemon Legends ZA thumbnail, which was like, oh my gosh, they're cooking. Like what? So thank you so much for sending. Yes, yup, the one with Capriti. Yes, exactly, George. Yeah, they did that one. And then look at the Pokemon Legends waiting room. They also did this one. So like they can really encapsulate the joy that one feels when playing a game. I remember they said that they cooked the the Palworld Capriti thumbnail while watching, I think, one of the streams where I may have been shiny hunting, and they were like, "Yeah, this is the happy mood that they got from the stream," and I was like, "This is so true because like just playing around with the pals is such an enjoyable time." So that's why like I really appreciate how they sent in this one as well. So 감사합니다. So that's how thank you very much for sending the Millennium arts and memes, because I think it's like a time capsule as well of the different like things that goes on in the streams, and especially for different waiting rooms and thumbnails of the different games. It's like an experience where it builds up the story of like, oh, I remember this one, like, and then you can be like, oh yeah, that one there was like this the thing of that one. So yep, that is how it happens. For example, the Port Royal 4 waiting room, that one has art by Articus the Sheep. They sent it in the Discord, and I was like, ooh, wait, this is a pirate Lenium art. And that's when I remembered I can use this for trade winds. But then when I tested trade winds, it kept on crashing because I think it's an old game, sadly. I liked that game though. And so I dug through my Nintendo Switch and other stuff, and I saw Port Royal 4. It matches it. So I'm excited to play that on stream as well. But anyway, tomorrow is Cyberpunk 2077, and there is a Sword Art Online Ordinal scale. We have Port Royal 4, we have Red Lenium's debut with the new starting screen and ending screen, and a lot more things. Imagine it's very similar to Blue Lenium's stream. And what is it? Yeah, so that's why it's like a debut 1.5, because of their review of everything, the Winleniums and all that. So yeah, so for those who have not experienced the debut experience as well, that one is a good one. And also, even if you experienced Blue Lenium's debut, Red Lenium's debut has a lot of updates since then, like in terms of information wise as well. And we've got a lot of the new models from compared to last time too. Yeah. So that one, and feel free to send in, if though Nightbot-chan, good timing, send in like funny say so questions or any mini notes or comments, because that could be included as well in the Red Lenium stream. And what else? Let me just check the mini note announcements if there is. Yep, the Jumping Jacks Happy White Day, aka the March Valentine's Day, and currently at 17% for the Switch. Once we reach 20%, Otome Game Stream is unlocked. And then there's a couple more stuff in the middle as well, but the ultimate one, if it reaches 100%, then a Spicy Ramen Stream. I think that is all for today. Let me go to just chatting screen real quick. And yeah, that is all for today. Thank you again for joining the Romeo and Juliet streams. And we'll see if I think of another one again, if ever. but I could not believe that we really went through all of Romeo and Juliet for this the full story. That was nice and great. So yeah, thank you for watching. That is all for today. Bye bye.